Here in Klein ISD, we exist to ensure that every student enters with a promise and exits with a purpose. For that to happen, we know we have to continue to select and hire great teachers and administrators at every one of our campuses.
We also know that it's important for our selection process to be clear and transparent and to be aligned to other systems in the district. As part of our efforts for continuous improvement, we are committed to using feedback to drive the principal selection process. This process honors the voice of our teachers, campus leaders, and community. Learn more from our awesome HR team and educators who have recently been a part of the process.
The first thing they did was come to our building and survey the entire staff through the building and through a questionnaire online about what kind of principal all of the teachers were looking for.
And then once we were actually in the committee, that was the very first thing we did, was review the needs and the wants that the teachers and the staff wanted. And from there, we picked interview questions based on all of those needs and wants.
You have to do the basic application stuff. You have to submit an application, resume, various documents online.
Create the 90-day plan. And so after we created the 90-day plan,
there is a panel that consists of some HR personnel, executive directors, principals, and staff from the school that you're working with. You have an opportunity to present your entry plan.
And we went around the table, each of the interviewers had a question that we had kind of worked together and pre-selected and got to ask our question. And then at the end of the day, we kind of went back and reviewed the candidates and kind of did the compare and contrast.
And from there, we picked our top contenders to send on to Dr. Champion.
I felt that with having campus personnel there, it was kind of like a little bit more of a buy-in in regards that they had faith in me to guide the school.
I went through this process twice, one where obviously I didn't get the position and this one where I did. And the one where I didn't get the position,
somebody in HR did contact me in regards to the strength, the weaknesses, or anything that I needed to elaborate on, or that whenever they were having deliberations afterwards that they were like unclear about, needed a little bit more clarification.
That was something that I've never experienced before, going on an interview for a position that you didn't get and actually getting feedback from the person who was in charge of the interviewing.
It is a very extensive and intense process, but the way that it's so thorough and the way that the questioning, the things that you do have to prepare, they really are looking for a well-rounded leader, and that they are really looking individually at that campus and to see if that person is right for that campus.
The process definitely works. It was, I know I've said it before, but it was an amazing experience from start of the day to the end of the day.
I feel like we have a good principal. I feel like he's someone that I can work with. So now I'm anxious to hear his changes that he wants to make and what he's looking for changes for us.
And it really cleared away some clouds for me. And I really felt like after going through the process that I felt a lot closer to the district.
I think Mr. Aval is definitely listening to everything that we've had to say, and not just us, but the students too.
I was thinking to myself, I've got to settle down, because I'm sure Jason is thinking that I'm just sucking up to him all the time because I keep telling him how good a job he's doing. But he's just spot on, and I have heard that from numerous teachers.
And I think that we are moving in a positive direction for a lot of really good change.
After months of hearing your feedback and setting our new path for principal selection, we know that you still might have questions about this. Our Human Resource Services team has redesigned their page to include a detailed overview of the process. You can also go to the page to find a set of FAQs, some testimonials, and important links for the new process. We are excited about our newly assigned selection process and to continue seeing you lead as our future Promise to Purpose investors.